Okay, welcome back, guys, to Furuka TV Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. And as you can see, look at the production level here. It's so much better. And I hope you guys do recognize this guy. It's Kai, ex-MCM right now. So let Kai introduce himself real quick.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here. This is my first podcast, so I might make a few mistakes, but that's okay.
That's all part of the learning process, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, so first of all, let's talk about the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, shall we?
Definitely. Yeah.
So that's going to be, I guess, one of Netflix biggest streaming fights.
It's going to be live streamed on Netflix.
Okay. So that's going to happen, I think, Friday. I don't know the Malaysian time for it. Do you know?
Not sure. No, but I think because it's in the US, I think it's in it'll probably be like a 12-hour difference.
It said there like 8 p.m. EST.
Yeah.
So and then something like 9 p.m. GST or something like that. But go ahead and watch it. It's on Netflix globally. So let's start off. So I want to know your predictions for the fight.
I want Mike Tyson to win. I've always been a big fan of Mike Tyson, but I feel like because obviously Mike Tyson's old and he's not like this. He's not the Mike Tyson.
Prime Mike Tyson.
He's not the prime. He's not the prime.
He's not the prime Mike Tyson.
He's not the prime Mike Tyson. So my prediction is that Jake Paul's gonna win. Honestly I can't stand Jake Paul. I don't like Jake Paul. I like Mike Tyson, but honestly I don't think it's realistic for Mike Tyson to win. So I think Jake Paul is gonna win.
Jake Paul. Exactly. That's because have you watched the documentary?
I watched the Countdown documentary on Netflix with Jake Paul. Jake Paul Mike Tyson Countdown.
I watched that and it was very interesting because the first time I knew Jake Paul, he was like the most controversial. Everyone hated him as a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you probably still do, but I think after watching that documentary, I'm on both people.
They're both boxers that have a lot. They're both celebrities that have a lot of controversy, and everyone knows, they're both very famous celebrities going against each other, and they're from two different generations, different backgrounds, different stories, and Mike Tyson, prime Mike Tyson would have destroyed Jake Paul, but honestly, I think it's unfair for Jake Paul to go against Mike Tyson because. You're knocking out a legend, someone that has so much potential and that was amazing athlete, but they're no longer in their prime. So it's kind of like you're taking advantage of them, and that's how I feel. I feel like the fight is unfair and it's kind of rigged in some way.
In that sense, right?
Yeah.
Because I think, to be honest, Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson, who hasn't been fighting for quite a long time. He actually hasn't been fighting for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So he's coming back and he's fighting a YouTuber. And I think everyone is like, what? We're going to have a YouTuber knock out our legend? And obviously, I think you can see the fight going Jake Paul's way.
Yeah.
But, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson has a really strong punch.
Yeah.
And I guess Jake, you could say, is being more careful and actually understanding.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know how the fight's going to go out. I think maybe first round, a little bit of jabs. You think so?
I have two predictions. I think what might happen in the first round is that Mike Tyson is just gonna obliterate Jake Paul, and then that will be it. And he might win in the first round, because he's old and because he's probably got low stamina, and he can't move around too much in the ring. So I'm guessing that in the first round, Mike Tyson's just gonna go as hard as he can at Jake Paul. And then just win in the first round, because he doesn't want to continue the fight and get tired. He just wants to lose, get rid of all of his energy in the first round, so he doesn't have any energy left in the rest of the rounds. And then and then my second prediction is that Jake Paul is going to win in the fourth round. That's
the fourth round. Yeah. Okay, that's really interesting.
So I was thinking of I put a bet. Well, I'm putting a bet on today that Jake Paul is going to win in the fourth round, even though I don't want him to win.
True.
So I put a 100 ringgit bet.
Oh,
a £20 bet.
That's really interesting. I mean, all the bettors out there. Sports betting is actually one of the biggest bets, right, ever.
Yeah.
So okay, my prediction real quick is I have I guess you can say 3 predictions. First one being that Mike Tyson will absolutely destroy him in the first round. Like Kai said, he's old. He doesn't have that much stamina to continue throughout the rounds.
Yeah.
So if Mike Tyson lands a punch that can potentially like
Yeah.
knock out Jake Paul basically.
Yeah.
Second prediction is the fight might go as like a split decision maybe, because like first of all, Mike doesn't have a real rivalry with Jake.
No.
This is a like promotion
Yeah.
event.
And they don't have conflict between
Yeah.
each other. Like, like with the Tommy Fury fight for Jake Paul, they had conflict, and like there's, but they both respect and like each other. So it doesn't really draw, it doesn't have that conflict side to things.
Yeah,
like-
I agree with that because like when I was watching the documentary, Jake Paul literally said that they don't have a real rivalry, and I was like,
Yeah.
what? Most boxing matches you
Yeah.
could say like they not like sometimes people really hate each other,
Yeah.
but in this sense it's like I just want to see how he fights, and it's kind of like okay, I mean respect that. Netflix needs a boxing match because I think this is the
Yeah.
first live stream
Yeah, I
boxing
think
match.
it's the first like live stream that Netflix has done for boxing.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be like the most like watched boxing event in the past decade.
Yeah,
I think.
probably,
Yeah.
because of like Mike Tyson's coming back, guys. Like, think
Yeah.
about it. It's someone who's the most ferocious person on the planet right
Yeah.
now. The most like angriest. I don't know. He's really tough. And I like in the
Yeah.
documentary he showed like he played with birds.
Yeah.
That's like the most
Yeah.
like heartwarming thing about him.
Yeah.
Like he might be scary, but
Yeah.
he really like precious like birds. Like he loves his birds.
Yeah.
So
And I feel like Jake Paul's more manufactured, like in a sense, like but like Mike Tyson, like fighting is his life. Like that without
That's the
fighting,
difference.
he wouldn't have anything else. Like if he wasn't a boxer, he would have like gone to jail or something. But like Jake Paul, like he was a YouTuber and an actor.
he had that fame already.
Yeah, and he had that fame, and like boxing was just a hobby, that he adapted. But like fighting is Mike Tyson's life. But Jake Paul is just someone that just found boxing later on in their years.
Yeah, exactly. So I would really think that, but yeah, I would really think Mike Tyson came from a really, really like
Yeah.
bad background, and like in the
Yeah.
sense that not to say that he's like really a bad person, but like he struggled a lot, he
Yeah.
struggled a lot,
Yeah.
and he's a natural fighter. You can see through his sparring videos.
Yeah.
I saw in the documentary the way he was practicing with his coach. It was very fluid. Like even the coach themselves said, like, how do you coach Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
It's Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
So and then you see Jay, not to say it was really forced like punches, but you can see it's not a way like a fighter would fight. I would say it's like he's just doing this because he really loves to do it, and he's just doing it because he found it as a hobby.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. But you see, like they said, right? Do you agree with the statement where people say that if Mike Tyson actually knocks out Jake Paul, that's the
Yeah.
end of his boxing career?
No, because I don't know. I mean, he lost against Tommy Fury like the previous
He
fight.
did.
And then, but I don't know. But like he's beaten. Yeah, I don't know actually. I would say so in some way, because I mean he beat everyone that he said he was going to beat except from Tommy Fury.
Except for Tommy Fury, who is, you could say, currently a professional boxer. The rest he fought with like retired or like NBA stars. Like that's nobody. Not to say nobody,
I mean,
but
he beat Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, he beat Tyron Woodley.
He knocked out Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, he beat everyone
He beat
except
everyone.
from Tommy Fury.
Yeah, Tommy Fury was the point when he was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you could say now he's going back to fighting retired boxers like Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson's different, guys.
Yeah.
He's different. He's a beast.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. I just want to know from the like audiences in the comments. Comment down below what your predictions are and how the fight will go out, because I think there's gonna be an exciting fight. Loki, I think Jake Paul will win this. I'm just saying because it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a rigged event, but this event is obviously looking towards Jake Paul because he's the younger person here, and he might knock out Mike Tyson. So I don't know what else like for Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really want Mike Tyson to win, but I just feel like he can't win, and I almost feel like it's unfair, in a way that. So, but I mean, I want Mike Tyson to win, but I think Jake Paul is gonna win.
Yeah,
That's
Jake
my
Paul.
prediction.
You think so, right?
Yeah.
Would you say if Jake Paul does knock out Mike Tyson, that he will be the face of boxing? Or no?
I mean, he'll have like a massive comeback, and it'll be great for his brand and his
MVP.
image.
I think most valuable promotions is like one of the biggest things he's created.
But yeah, I have like a massive comeback. It's almost similar to like Rocky 5. I can remember like when Rocky where he quits boxing, or he retires from the boxing industry, and then he comes back to boxing, and then but he's really old. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Rocky 5.
Okay.
Like, and it's the same thing for like, it'll be great for his ego and his brand and his image if he does win. But I think it's unlikely in a way. Like, I don't know. I mean, he's an amazing boxer. But personally, I feel like the fight is kind of rigged and kind of unfair in a way.
Yeah, I can see that. I think it's more of like a promotion event, to be honest.
It's just trying to get like lots of like viewers. It's just something for publicity.
There's like, you can say it could be like a stunt, but at the same time, you don't know. I think the fight will be interesting.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of people that are watching it, obviously. But actually, also on that night, there's going to be like a match before Taylor versus Serrano.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Is that women's boxing?
That's the women's boxing. So apparently, these two women boxers are like, they had a fight, I think 2 years or 1 year ago, that Jake Paul like put under his MVP, which is his business most valuable promotions. And apparently these two women like went at it with each other and arguably made one of the best like women's boxing match ever in history.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are these guys? Who are Taylor and Serrano?
I don't really know anything.
So
about boxing,
not to say I don't know who they are. I just
Yeah.
Not a lot of people, I think, know who they are.
I mean, I only really follow like celebrity boxing. I mean, I don't really know that much about like real boxing.
I think that goes like deep. Like, actually, what Jake Paul said in his documentary was that he wants to bring boxing out there to people in the world because he said it was a dying sport, and I can see why. Because I don't know who Taylor and Serrano was until I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
So I think that would be also a big promotion for boxing as well as a sport. Yeah. And I think kids will be more interested in the sport as well. So, there's a lot of good things that come out of this event as well. Yeah. Maybe not the fight so much, but if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul, I think that would be the biggest moment.
Yeah. I mean, because like boxing, as you say, like was kind of a dying sport, and it's only like recently now they've started doing like celebrity boxing, and and it has brought a lot more. Like, it's brought like a different audience to boxing. To boxing,
exactly.
It's not like just like like it's not just boxing fans. It's that people want to see their favorite celebrities and YouTubers and influencers, and like box. Like it's not,
exactly. Like, I think it's a big, massive like promotion for boxing itself as a sport. So I guess that's it. I think we just watch it on Friday.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyways, comment down below, obviously, to the people watching this, who you think will win. You can, Taylor versus Serrano and Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. But let's change the topic a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go into the U.S. presidential election.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very interesting one. I'll start off by saying Trump versus Kamala, and Trump won the election, like, not by a landslide. Would you say by a landslide?
I think he won like because he got like 270 points, and then Kamala got like 245 points. Like, it was very close.
Yeah.
But like Trump just won like in the last minute, I think. Yeah.
So okay, now this is a very interesting topic because there's a lot of viewpoints that you can see from this. But I just want to know, like, because our age, our generation, we're seeing all of this online on social media, and Trump, actually, I think what Trump did very smartly here is that he, instead of Kamala going to celebrities to help voice out her message for the Democrats, I think what Trump did with streamers like Aiden Ross and YouTubers with now boys, try to convince, obviously, the younger audiences.
Well, they're
to vote
trying
for
to
him.
like endorse. They're like Joe Rogan did a podcast with Trump. Aiden Ross did a live stream with Trump. I think like there's another guy, I can't remember his name. I can't remember. He has like a famous podcast in America. I can't remember his name. But like he looks like he's got like a weird haircut, and I don't know how to.
I don't know. Is he white?
Andrew Scholes or something.
Okay.
Something Scholes or.
Sure, I actually don't know much of him, but
like there's another I don't know. He does some podcasts with KSI. Like I don't.
Oh, okay. Not impulsive,
If
right?
I found him like on like
Go ahead, yeah, find it.
he looks like kind of weird, not weird. I
But-
don't really like him in that
Oh,
much
okay.
as a but yeah.
But much as like you
Yeah.
know, Trump using streamers as a
yeah.
way to promote his campaign, I think is really smart
Yeah.
now in this day of
Yeah.
age.
And it's like you know he's trying to find his own audience, like you know just trying to push
Yeah.
young men to Trump. I think.
To Trump, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's what everyone's missing the point here. He's really like he's not. I wouldn't say brainwashing, but people are not really looking at his like
Yeah, this guy. I bet. Sorry.
this one. Ah, yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
I
the
know
guy
him
I
as well.
saw.
Yeah, I know him. So basically, like, I was thinking, like, Trump, right? He's using streamers to get to like people's head of saying, "Oh, I'm a good guy. You know, I'm chill. I'm a cool president." But I don't think people realize that he's also a convict. Right? He has like
Well,
charges.
he has like 31 convictions.
Yes, exactly.
as well.
So like,
Yeah.
people are voting basically a flipping criminal, you could say.
Yeah.
But at that point, I don't know. But because I don't really care about the election
Yeah.
too much. But I think it's affecting a lot of people in the U.S.
Yeah.
as well, and you know, especially women.
Yeah.
There's something to do with women and Trump.
Yeah, I mean, like also like because like Trump will no longer fund NATO, so and that it does affect like Europe and Russia and Ukraine and also the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like it doesn't just affect the US, like it does affect the rest of the world. In
It
some
really
ways.
affects a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Trump is a person that you can say is very confident.
Yeah.
He's straightforward. He says whatever he needs to say.
Yeah.
He has such a like a logical mind. Like he's
Yeah.
not like Joe Biden. He's like slurring and all that.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Biden like
And
get
Sleepy
out of
Joe.
here already.
That's what-
Sleepy Joe. Sleepy
Yeah.
Joe is his nickname.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and then I don't know what Kamala like.
Yeah, I wanted Kamala to
win.
win, but I mean, like Trump is someone who has so much controversy.
Mm.
You know, Trump's very like controversial. Like Kamala doesn't have any controversy, and then.
But at the same time, right?
Yeah.
What I've seen on the internet, not my opinion, but basically Kamala, what people are saying is Kamala saying the stuff that she would do as president, she could have done as vice president.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's kind of like
Yeah.
like is
Yeah.
that her way of trying to convince
Yeah.
people to vote for her? So yeah, to be honest, Trump winning, I don't see it as a bad thing right now.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Like, cause
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like Trump's already been president, so we can kind of already expect what he's going to be like. You know, so but like Kamala's never been
president
president before,
yeah.
so she's kind of unpredictable. But we already know what Trump can do, and like he was president before, so you know it's not like it's something that's unexpected. Like we
True.
already kind of can imagine or visualize
what
he's
he
gonna
would do. Yeah, basically, because you know Trump is a very like. I wouldn't say like he's just a very confident man. I guess he.
I don't know, like, but I remember like seeing him like before, like he went into politics, like seeing him on Apprentice, you know, and like seeing him like before he went into politics, he was like, he was more like a live.
He's a
more
bit
like reality. He was more like a reality TV star.
Yeah, he
before
was more of a
went
like
into politics.
rich guy. You
Yeah.
could say the
And
rich
he was
businessman.
just a businessman and a reality TV star like before he went into politics. And I remember seeing him like on The Apprentice. I was like, there's no way I can imagine this guy
Being
is gonna
a president.
like go into politics or like become president. And he did become president.
Yeah, that's really interesting actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently people are saying that this is the most like best comebacks in U.S. history.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about the U.S. history. But you know, you can see that it's stirring a lot of things up in the U.S.
Yeah.
You can see like Trump.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into much detail of like what he would do or like his like ideology because I think it's a little bit sensitive.
I think it's caused a lot of division in the U.S. like as well because you know like obviously you got the U.S. is very divided and there's been more political violence than there ever has been in like you know in U.S. or like for a long time. You know as well. So I mean it's a topic that could be quite controversial. Like, I mean, it depends like who you talk to about the topic. You like I remember I accidentally offended this one American guy.
Actually.
Yeah, because I asked him like who he was voting for and like you know I said if I was American I'd be voting for Kamala and then he took offense to that like he didn't want.
Yeah, that's the thing with America. You know, they're very very patriotic with their like decision.
Yeah.
Like if you're if your father or something would vote for Trump, you basically have to vote for Trump. Like
Yeah.
you will be
Yeah.
feeding into that idea
Yeah.
of being with Trump.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't say same with us Malaysians. I mean, we have our own
Yeah.
viewpoints on stuff, and to be honest, I don't follow a lot of Malaysian politics right now because like everything's a bit like that right now. So
Yeah.
I would say like if you live in the U.S., you know, you pick either one, you
Yeah.
know, either one. So either Republican or Democrats, and if you pick one, you stick with one basically nearly forever, you could say,
Yeah.
because because you have that support. But at the same time, Trump, I don't know how to say a lot about Trump because I've seen videos
Yeah.
of Trump, right?
Yeah, and he's
Have
funny.
you-
Like he
He
he's
is.
funny.
He
Like,
is funny.
Yeah, he makes me laugh. Like he is like he's funny and he's entertaining, and that's what people like about him.
I guess the character really
Yeah.
carried him into being president.
Yeah, and he doesn't act like a typical politician. You know, like that's what,
Very different.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
just
very
like-
unorthodox. You know, like when you see him interview, you know, like he does no one else like him in politics. You know, like-
Exactly. Yeah. No one.
Yeah.
So he's a man that
Yeah.
has so many controversies,
Yeah.
but like
And-
behind all of that,
yeah.
you can see he's just a nice person, I
Yeah.
guess you could say.
yeah,
But when it comes to like political things, he can say stuff that can trigger people.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah,
Because I saw like a bunch of videos on like daily news or something like that
Yeah.
back in 2016. You know, him going to G Summit. You know his famous handshake, the one like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
pulls people to him.
yeah,
Is just it's just very interesting to see. You
Yeah.
know, the way he interacts with other world leaders is very like he's the dominant one.
yeah,
I guess you could say that that's what the U.S. wants.
yeah.
Because you have Joe Biden, who's kind of just like a sloppy Joe.
He's like a
So
sloth.
He's
Like,
just like
yeah.
just slow. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. 4 years and like
Yeah. But like if you look at like Trump 4 years ago, he hasn't aged at all. But like Joe Biden aged so much.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
he did.
like, he's like you know like he used to be a completely different person 4
Yeah.
years ago. But then you look at him now, and he's just he's just like a
He just
great-
completely gone.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows
Yeah.
what's happening at this
Yeah.
point of his life. So
yeah
yeah, I guess I don't know about you guys in the comments, but you know, Trump versus Kamala, very controversial, obviously in the U.S. I think you could say from the neighboring countries and also like Europe and all that. But I think for us,
yeah
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't really. I can see like Trump. I would say as, cause I'm no, it's fine, it's fine. I was about to get into a deeper topic, but we don't do that too much on this podcast.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for another time, guys, for another
Yeah.
time. But yeah. Apart from that, let's get more into like the household topics right now.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you would like to talk to me about
yeah. Well, like the song you did with Waylon.
Waylon, yes.
Yeah, and then like. Yeah, I mean, it got 16,000 views. Like I saw.
yeah,
on
it did,
YouTube.
it did.
Like,
Surprisingly.
I don't know how. Well, like I mean, like some of the other videos you've done, they've got like quite a couple of thousand
They've
views.
gotten like,
But like
you
I
know,
think it was 16,000, like the most views you ever got.
yeah, most views so far.
Yeah.
So basically, just to
Yeah.
explain to these the viewers, if you guys don't know about my song, which you should know already because it's on my channel, it's the most
Yeah.
popular video on my channel.
Yeah.
But basically, I did the song with my friend Waylon,
Yeah.
and because at that time you had the Kendrick Lamar and Jake beef,
Yeah.
and we were sort of like, you know what, I want to make music with him, and then we started
Yeah.
going back and forth. And to be honest, this song, it was kind of jokes at first. It was kind of jokes at first, and I was like, you know what, I actually want to make a music video for my song and just post it on YouTube, see where it goes, right?
Yeah.
So I do it. I'll tell you the process. So I made the YouTube video, I made the music video, and I really liked the music video. It had really good because I used my camera and everything.
Yeah.
And I really missed that time. That was a really good time in MCM. I miss MCM.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I miss MCM a lot,
I miss it
definitely,
too. But like basically, I made the video. Then I was like, you know what? I'm scared that if I post it, like my viewers won't like it. They will bro, this sucks.
Yeah.
I posted some comments saying cool. And there was this one comment by one specific person saying this was not the play.
Yeah.
I'll just name him. His name's Sach. Okay,
Yeah.
Sachin.
Yeah.
You said that, and I was like, you said that's not the play. Then I replied, bro, this is the play.
Yeah.
And then over a few days, 16K
Yeah.
views. Then that I guess you could say surprised some people. But
Yeah. So, I mean, like how did you record it? Like,
okay, basically, it was in one of the Marlborough Dom's rooms. We use Waylon's mic. I don't know. He has like one mic because Waylon does music, by the way. I want to promote his music a little bit. Waylon does. Waylon's my friend. friend from my old school. He makes beats. You know, he makes beats, right? So he makes beats on his like laptop, and you know, he just goes back and forth with it. So I was like, you know what? At that time, I was like, yo, this is really cool. I wanna try.
Yeah.
So I tried it, and then I was like, I want to make a song. At first, he was like, I don't want to make the song.
Yeah.
Okay, so I made the song.
Did he make the beat or?
Actually, I actually constructed the beat myself.
Yeah.
So it was on GarageBand. I constructed obviously the like synth at the start of the song.
Yeah.
If you guys hear it, it's very recognizable.
Yeah.
But I had this idea because when I constructed the song, I constructed it in a music video perspective. So I was thinking of it being in a music video at the start already.
Yeah.
So then I made the music video. Actually, I made the music on GarageBand. I was like, yo, this beat's actually good. Showed it to Wade, and he was like, And then at first I was like, you know what? Let me record it. So I recorded in my room like 3 or 2 times. I remember I have the lyrics on my phone, but it went like baby something blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it because it's quite cringe.
Yeah.
But then I made it, and I was like, okay, it's alright. I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Then actually, Waylon was not meant to be on the song.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's not gonna like it.
Yeah.
But what I did was, I went to Sam.
Yeah.
Sam's another friend of mine. I told him to record some vocals. Then I was like, I didn't really like the vocals that he did. So I was like, okay, remove that. Let me think of something else. I was like, let me go back to Waylon. Make my verse. Then it was Waylon's turn.
Yeah.
So I did it in his room.
Yeah.
He freestyled that verse actually.
Yeah.
He just did it out in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. He
Yeah.
just created that thing, and I was like, whoa, it's quite catchy because he followed the beat that I made for him. Then constructed the song.
Yeah.
Then at first I was like, I want to delete this, but no, I didn't.
Yeah.
So I just want to know your thoughts on the
No, I mean,
song.
is it on streaming platforms? Like, can you no?
Oh,
or is it just on-
well, streaming platforms I wouldn't say. Well, I have
is it on SoundCloud or?
I have it on my Apple Music,
Oh.
but actually I did want to post it on like streaming platforms, but you have to pay, right? I don't know how much you have
Well,
to
you
pay.
have like SoundCloud, it's free, so you
Oh,
can
okay.
upload anything on SoundCloud for free.
I didn't know.
But like Spotify, you have to pay.
Yeah, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, like you have to have a distributor. You have to pay the distributor to distribute it.
Okay. So yeah. I wanted to post it, but then I was like, post it on YouTube because I couldn't be bothered to try find all of this.
Yeah.
So I posted on YouTube first, and that's where the growing started to begin.
Yeah.
So now it's my most viewed video.
Yeah.
Following on.
Would you do like a remix of it or?
That's a very good question, actually. I haven't thought about that because right now I'm looking at this one beat that I made.
Yeah.
And it sounds quite good.
Yeah.
Problem is I tried to do vocals on it at home.
I mean, I have one like because there's a studio in Petaling Jaya. It's called the Super Red Studio.
Is it like a music studio?
And it's a music studio, and I recorded a song there.
Oh,
so
okay.
I made this beat on FL Studio, and then I recorded it into Pro Tools, and then I released it on SoundCloud. But when I released it on SoundCloud, it wasn't mixed properly. Like it didn't sound very good.
Okay.
So then I remixed it on my MacBook on Pro Tools, and then it sounded better. And then I have it on my phone actually.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can play it on this podcast, but do you think that? No, maybe not. Do you think
Maybe
it's possible.
You can plug it. I'll edit it, guys.
Sure.
Right here.
But like I feel like like with like song production, like it's all about like the mixing. Like if you have, if you have an okay microphone and you have like good mixing stuff, like good like software for mixing and stuff, like you can make anything sound
Exactly.
good.
True. That's what I want to ask actually. Following for my song, I want to know about your new EP that you are making right now.
Yeah, so like I've been making beats for like probably since I started making beats in like 2017. So I bought like an iMac, and I bought Logic Pro, and I had Logic Pro on it, and I started making beats on Logic Pro, and then I did that for a little bit, and then I bought like the demo version of FL Studio, and I started making beats in FL Studio for a while. And then it wasn't until like I would just make beats, but I wouldn't like be, it wasn't serious. Like I put some of them on YouTube, and then they didn't get that many views, so then I deleted them, and I restarted, and I started like a YouTube channel, and it's called That Kid Kai, and I've been posting on that YouTube channel for like 2 years now, and it's just where I post all of my beats on directly to that YouTube channel. But I've only got 41 subscribers, which isn't
That's
very good.
not
but,
bad actually.
Yeah, but
41 subscribers. What's your YouTube channel? I'll plug it right here.
it's called That Kid Kai.
That Kid Kai.
So it's the same. It's
and,
not.
And you post your beats on there.
I post all my beats on there, and then I've been uploading on there for like 2 years now. And then I decided, because I've always like been making beats, but I haven't I've never actually like made. I mean, I made one song, and it was like maybe about 5 years ago. I made a song, and I uploaded it to SoundCloud, and it got over 1,000 plays when I first uploaded it.
That's really good actually.
I wasn't expecting it. It did really well. I got over like 1,000 plays, but I got tons of hate. Like,
really?
People were saying it was terrible and like were making fun of it. And
hey, just to let you know,
yeah,
because I get a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they saying and commenting all of that, just think about this. They listen to it.
Yeah.
And they commented, which actually when someone comments, right?
Yeah.
In any platform.
Yeah.
It automatically increases the engagement on that.
Yeah. I mean, at least
as long as that doesn't get to you.
Yeah. No. I mean, it did a little bit.
Okay.
So then because it got so much like hate and stuff, and like people were like DMing me and saying like please quit music and stuff. So then I deleted it from. I mean, I uploaded a few other songs like SoundCloud, and then because I was getting a little bit of hate, so I deleted all my songs that I uploaded on SoundCloud.
Oh man.
And then I still have. I mean, I uploaded like 5, 6 songs to SoundCloud. I deleted them all, and then that was like 4 or 5 years ago, and then. So I decided I haven't actually made a song or I've made beats, but I haven't actually made like a real song. So I thought, why not I start making my own songs?
Oh, nice.
And like maybe getting other people onto my songs.
Okay.
And then because I bought like Pro Tools, I installed Pro Tools like 7 months ago. So it took me like a couple months to learn how to use Pro Tools because Pro Tools is very different from Logic. And I learn how to mix properly. And then I'm currently doing a diploma in audio production. So in that, I'm learning to become an audio recording engineer. So once I get my diploma, I then want to get a degree in recording arts. So I want to learn. My dream career is to be an audio recording engineer and a mixer. So, So for every song, you always need an audio engineer or like someone that could do all the mixing.
So you want to like work with people, singers or whatever.
So I want to know how. No, I mean you have to have with any studio album or any song, you have to have a mixer, you have to have the artist, you have to have the producer. So without the mixer is in charge of like recording the vocals and for mixing the record and making sure like the record is perfect and it's playable and that it can be like uploaded. And then you have like live mixing as well, and you have to have like some live engineers that can do like the live performances as well. Yeah. So like every record label, they have to have their own audio engineers. Like my dream is that I get my diploma, and then once I get my diploma, I get my degree, and then I move to the US, and then hopefully maybe I get signed to a record label in the US, and then start working with some artists in the US as a
do you have any dream artists you would like to work with?
I don't know. I really want to get signed to Atlantic Records. That's always been my dream for a long time. But there's like a couple of. I know Max Carrington, who used to go to MCM. Like he left MCM like maybe like a couple of years ago, and he's a producer. So like he makes beats and stuff. He's not a mixer. And
for what record?
He's signed to a record label in America. I can't remember the name of the record label, but he's like worked with Jaden Smith. He's worked with Midwest as well.
That's really cool.
And then
that is cool.
He's worked with Lil Tecca as well.
Nice. That's quite cool.
And then he's got a collaboration with Lil Uzi as well. Yeah, which is crazy. He's working with like massive trap artists like in America.
Is that your sort of style or how?
I wouldn't just want to like work with like hip hop artists. I like to work with like lots of different genres, like maybe like jazz artists, hip hop artists, R&B artists, soul artists. Like
if you do work with any R&B artists, just let me know because that would be so. I just want to know how it goes because I like R&B artists. Actually, they're one of my favorite artists out there because I would like to see you work on that. So you've made any songs or not?
Yeah. No, I have one song, and I have like that's I put it on SoundCloud, but it sounds terrible. I have the better version on my phone.
Okay.
But I plan on like instead of making an album, I plan on just making like 5 or 6 songs, and then just uploading them into an EP. Because
And that's going to be your EP that you
and it'll
create,
just be like an EP, and then but the thing with like SoundCloud, you can't earn money through SoundCloud, but with Spotify you can, depending on like how many plays you get and stuff. So it could also be like a little bit of a chance to earn a little bit of money as well with Spotify, and same with Apple Music as well. Depending on how many plays you get, can be converted to money as well.
Yeah, that's very interesting because
Yeah.
like, you know, coming from your perspective as a
Yeah.
person that like
Yeah.
from music and
Yeah.
stuff, in this like generation you
Yeah.
can say, because like I've heard of SoundCloud before.
Yeah,
I just don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's a free platform,
yeah,
right?
it's
where
a free
people-
like it's like the free version of Spotify, so anyone can just upload any music or any audio files to SoundCloud. But like artists like Lil Uzi and XXX Tentacion and Lil Pump, they all started on SoundCloud.
That's cool.
And then like because during maybe like 10 years ago, SoundCloud was really big, and it was something that was like taking over. More people use SoundCloud back then, like 10 years ago, compared to like Spotify. So because everyone was using SoundCloud, that's how people found out these artists, and that's how they, it was much easier like 10 years ago to get big on SoundCloud than it is now, because SoundCloud during that time was much more, it was a more newer platform. It's like TikTok now, like TikTok is taking over the world, and it's a new platform, and everyone's into it. It was the same thing with SoundCloud. Like back then, SoundCloud was almost like TikTok, everyone was using it. But now it's something that's kind of dying out, and people are more going to like Spotify and Apple
So
Music.
Spotify will be like a new thing
Yeah.
where people will start
Yeah.
uploading stuff.
So,
but
yeah.
isn't that where like you have to pay and
Yeah,
stuff?
but like with Spotify, you have to pay. But I prefer Spotify because it's managed properly, and like not anyone can upload anything to Spotify, and like I think there's everything on Spotify is good quality. Like there's like on SoundCloud there'll be some terrible songs that you can listen to that have been recorded in like in a dungeon with a £20 mic.
True.
Or, so but yeah, I mean like it's it's a good way to start and get your profile up, and it's very easy to use. Like anyone can use it, but it's not like, but like Spotify is like professional level, standard, like industry standard level. Like SoundCloud isn't. It's just it's just a free platform that anyone can use. So I mean I prefer to use like Spotify. I mean, like if you want your music to be professional and good,
then you upload on Spotify,
on
basically.
But like if it's on SoundCloud, it's just anyone could upload anything to SoundCloud.
Oh, okay. That's just very interesting, because I've never used SoundCloud before, but that's interesting to see, because like you a person that makes music, and a lot of people out there want to make music, right? And not to say that, because I've been there where like as soon as like Waylon was like doing his beats and then he showed me it, I was invested in it. I couldn't even focus on my IGCSEs. But like it was like for a brief moment where I was like, whoa, this thing is actually like, yo. And then I was already like thinking like, wait, should I be this? Should I be this? Then I was like, wait, no. I know where I want to be. Just this can be like a hobby. Because like when you get you get invested in music, right? When you're making it, you don't want to ever stop, actually.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Actually, I want to get your opinion on the Tyler the Creator's new album, actually.
Yeah, I mean I haven't actually listened to it. I've never really been into like Tyler the Creator. Like not really. I mean I have heard of it, but I haven't listened to it yet. I mean, he's a bit weird. Like he has like his own
style,
like style and stuff. I have a Tyler the Creator T-shirt.
Oh,
I bought when I went to the Supreme store in London. I bought like a Tyler the Creator T-shirt. Even though I don't really listen to his music, I don't really know that much about him.
Oh, okay, because like he posted a video on his Instagram. It was showed like the behind of the scenes of the album he made, and he has all these like, because he's a musician as well.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't find a lot of rappers that know how to play a musical instrument. So he's one of those like bright talents, you could say, in rap, where he knows how to play the piano, he knows how to play those instruments.
Yeah.
So he knows how to create stuff.
Yeah.
So like no, because I saw his setup, it was like piano and then like a few stuff here, like everywhere, and it's quite cool,
Yeah.
So as a mixer, right?
Yeah.
You have to like, you basically have to tweak audios and stuff.
Yeah. No, but it's like how to like use stuff that's in the box and out of the box. So anything that's in the box is in the computer. So you have like stuff that you know, like with like Pro Tools, like with the audio setup. So you have like and then you have to know how to use the analog equipment as well, like the mixing board and also like the analog EQs, analog compressors and stuff. So when you have a you know like a track that's recorded in Pro Tools, it's more like, you know, like mixing it to make it sound perfect, and you have to have like you have to make sure the track isn't over distorting, and make sure like you know, like the obviously like all the buses are sent to the right tracks, and then like and then like the vocals are recorded properly, and then there's not any like background noise that goes into the mix.
I do hear, you know, a lot of mixes, like,
Yeah.
not to say like I've heard of them, like like the names of people, but I heard they really carry like the music in a lot of people's
because,
songs.
I mean,
you know,
could have like amazing like singer,
but like to
or you
make
could
it
have-
to enhance it.
Well, you have like an amazing guitarist or amazing vocalist, or if you be like, you know, the vocalist doesn't know how to mix the record, you know, so you have to have some like if you have like amazing singer like Rihanna, or amazing guitarist like Gustavo Santaolalla or whoever, like but that person doesn't know how to mix, you know, actually how to mix the record. So you have to have someone that can do all the technical detail with the record and can make sure like you know, each vocal track is recorded into the right audio track, and you know, there's a certain amount of reverb and delay that's on a bus that goes into each audio track, and that there's enough like low end for like, sometimes you have like the actual like whole mix, like the whole instrumental will be recorded in like be mixed in stems. So you have to make sure like for the bass, for instance, like there's enough low end or low frequencies for the bass to like fill up.
Okay.
And then like, so you have to make sure like, you know, there's enough like low frequencies left for the bass, and make sure like the track isn't over distorting, and you know, and then like also make sure like all the leveling is right as well. So you, like the clap could be too loud, or the hi-hat could be too low.
Okay.
Or like the bass could be too loud. And then, you know, and also like, you know, the vocals are recorded properly. They've got the right effects on the vocals. Like there's not too much reverb. There's not too much delay. The auto-tune settings are set into the right key. And then, you know, like also.
So sorry to interrupt you there, but like the way you're saying things it feels like so technical.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I like about music, you know, and what you guys because you want to be mixer, right?
Yeah.
Because you really like work on the you have all of these things that you need to work with, and you know, I not to say I've tried mixing, but I have a mixer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you know, this. Not to say really easy, it's like you really have to play around with it to be able to use it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like really interesting. I think, you know, because in my song, I basically just use GarageBand. You know?
But like any like good quality song you listen to, like the mixing, like, you know, any good album, they'll have like the really good mixes, really good producers. Like, you know, like you can't, it's like any good song you listen to, it's been mixed like in a really good way. And like you gotta like make sure it's like mix so you can play it in your car. So like if you listen to it in the speakers in your car, like it sounds good. Or if you listen to it with headphones, it sounds good.
Okay. You know? So that's the way
Yeah.
to make the listening of the songs sound better, basically. So that's really interesting. You know, I hope that EP goes well. By
and
the
then
way,
like even with like panning, like
panning,
like,
I've heard about panning.
Yeah, like panning, like you can make any record like sound like. I'm probably going on too much, but like with panning, like you can make like any, like even like when I listen to Lover's Rage 2 album by Lil Uzi, like there's amazing effects like in that album, and like even like the panning as well, like different parts of the beat and like different parts of vocals like chopped up, and like you can hear them from like one side to the right side and stuff like. So I mean, like it is like, I mean, it just adds like a finishing touch like to the record, I guess. Like
I'm so like just like wow.
Sorry,
It's just like wow. There's a lot of things that you guys have to actually do. You know, music. All I thought was about layering and stuff, but you know, like mixing is very important because like you said, example, Lil Uzi, right? So and most of the songs you will always hear mixer doing all of those things, and I guess you could say, I wish mixers, you know, are very recognizable nowadays. I hope that happens, you know, because people recognize mixes.
Because it's mainly like because, you know, the artist gets so much credit, you know, but like really like all the money doesn't usually go to the artist. Like a lot of the money, more I think a larger percent of the money will go to like the producers.
Yeah, and the people who actually made you the beat, you know?
Yeah, and like like I don't know. I feel like a lot of like artists like nowadays, like, they're quite manufactured. Like they're not really like self-made.
Like
artists,
they don't make it themselves. You say
they have their own producers.
They have to have all of these people
their
that
own
help
mixers,
them.
and they have like a whole team of people that will just like work.
Yeah, I've seen. I know Travis Scott has a lot of people that are behind his work.
Yeah.
You know, it's just really, I would say, I feel like they should really present mixes better in the future where people can actually see who actually mixes these songs. Because I don't know who mixes for Lil Uzi. I don't know who mixes
I know,
for these people.
I know some of his I know Keisha Lee.
Okay.
That was the mixer he had on the Love Is Rage 2 album. I know Leslie Braith as well. He was another mixer. And there's another guy as well. I can't remember his name. But he mixed for the album, the Pink Tape album, I believe. I can't remember his name.
That's I'm happy that you know all of your stuff for mixing because that will be important for your degree in the future, and you need to know all of these things. So I'm excited for you. You know, I hope you know you do well in whatever mixing job you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously for me, I want to be what I'm doing right now, podcasting and stuff in the future, like film. I would definitely, if I can have a chance, you know, in the future when I become whatever I become, to work with you, you know. Like,
we should make a song together.
We
like,
should
make a
actually. That's
together,
really, really, that's something I hope to look forward to. But I wouldn't say doing it right now, just because like I want to actually get some stuff done. So then when we make the song, there will be actually people listening to it.
I had like a beat I was working on like 2 days ago, and it was like it was like a loop from like a Waves plugin, and it sounded like pretty good. I probably should have brought my MacBook, but
so it's okay.
But another time
It's
I could
okay.
probably.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Guys, what's your where will you promote your EP?
Oh yeah, I'll probably just like promote it on Instagram.
On his Instagram, by the way, guys.
I'll probably just I'll just link it to my account, or like put the link in my account or my link
I think that,
in the bio. And I mean, I know, like, have you heard Rukin? Like the Rukin and like Alex Wiki's like songs.
No, I've actually never listened to a lot of the Marlboro people's songs. I've heard about them. Like I've heard that I do hear them releasing it, but I don't know where to find it. So.
There's like they're like, I know, like it was like Alex and I think James Cameron, like Max Atwell, like they made their own songs that are on Spotify, and it's called Rukin and the Shoebirds or something. And then I'm actually like, they made it because like Jet Mac, he recorded me talking and then he made it into a song. So, and it's a bit weird, but like, I mean, like I'm on it, but like they have their own. I mean, that's actually impressive. They get like on all of their songs, they get 1,000 plays.
That's not bad,
but
not really bad.
I think if I could find a picture of it on my phone.
I would say, you know, if I could, because when I made the music, when I want to make my music, I would say my voice is a little bit like I really hate my voice when
I mean, I hate I don't know. Sometimes I listen.
But like, do you think like?
Yeah, I mean, I listen to my voice and I cringe.
I cringe. I cringe
sometimes
a lot.
I don't know. I mean, I could come up with like a good idea for like making a beat, but like so I'm not very good at like lyrical content. Like I'm good at like I'd say I'm good at like mixing and making beats and stuff, but I'm not good at like lyrical content or like you know, I'm not like good in that sense.
To be honest, for me, right, ever since making that song with Waylon, I heard my voice in that and I was like, I actually like my voice.
Yeah.
So when I tried to make other stuff and I tried to put vocals on them, it's pretty hard. I want to match the same vocal things I have with the same way that In the Sky by Waylon and me was. Because I like the vocals that were on In the Sky. It's just, somehow it was something to do with like editing and GarageBand to make my voice smoother and stuff. Yeah. So actually, I really want to get back to that. Like, I need I have a Shure mic, a Shure MV7. It's a podcast mic, but I want to use something like that to make my voice better. Because right now I actually want to try get back to making one more song. So yeah.
I mean, that's the Alex Wiki's Spotify account. It's
Show
just-
it. Try
Yes.
it. Yeah.
That's
Really
his-
nice. That's
He
really
has,
cool.
He has a song called Chair. It's got 1,000 plays. I can
Let's
play
see.
I can play it now.
This is quite funny. 1,000 plays on this song.
Yeah, that's it.
Does he sing?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
pretty good. I think he does at one point.
He made this, by the way.
Yeah, he
this-
made all these songs. Yeah,
It's quite.
it's good. Pretty good. It's good.
Is that him?
That's him, I think.
Oh my god.
And they have another song called. Oh, I mean, it does have some explicit content. Are we allowed to put that on this podcast?
I think we'll let the
Oh.
audience do it in their own time. Just show it to them one more time.
Yeah,
the
the-
Rukin whatever. I don't know what it is. What it's called actually.
Rukin and I don't know how they came up with the name.
Maybe it's something that they found out.
Rukin and the Sewer Birds. That's it. Yeah.
That's really cool, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he's talented. Like, I mean, like he makes like a whole list of songs that they're very like unusual and very like unorthodox, but they're kind of funny and obviously they're not like serious. Like they're just songs like made for fun, I guess. But like I mean, he recorded that whole song. He just got a chair and I think he put a mic next to a chair and he just kept on moving the chair and that's like how he made that song.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
quite
And
cool,
then he
actually.
just made like weird ad lib sounds with loads of reverb of him making explicit noises. Like so.
The way you say explicit noises.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting for your EP. I think that's basically it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else for us to say, except guys, don't forget to watch the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson match if you have Netflix live Friday or Saturday for us. I don't really know. Just type it in your own time where you guys live, whatever. Go watch Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Obviously, if you guys have any opinions on Trump versus Kamala, you can either DM me or Kai or comment on the videos, guys. Please comment. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe to Faruka TV podcast as we're heading to try and make this podcast one of the best in Malaysia.
Sure. But before we finish, like, are we allowed to talk a little bit about? I saw there was another podcast you did, and you talked about Liam Payne a little bit.
Yes.
Who was that with? Was that?
Oh, okay. So the last episode, which is the start of season 2, those are my college friends.
Yeah.
They are they are these friends that I met after summer.
Yeah.
Because now I'm in film college, guys.
Yeah.
You guys already know, but those are the people that I hang out with basically. They're my film students.
So like, how old are they? Are they like close to
they're like, how old are you?
I'm 19. Yeah.
Yeah, they're 19, 18, 20.
Yeah. Wow.
So they're way older than me. I'm 16. So they're all way older than me. But to be honest, they treat me like one of them. So I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to keep making more with them.
Sure.
Podcast, something like this. This is the first time we've been in here too.
Yeah.
So like I said, my dad's office, we're creating a new podcast studio. We hope to use that too.
I mean, did he use this exact same room?
I think he used it. Yeah, he did use the exact same room. There was like 3 people. It was for his for a MotoGP podcast or like a motorsports podcast. So it was really cool. 3 people, 2 hosts, and he was a guest in it. But he's like an investor of the podcast. So he's providing them with
like
a
like the
studio.
motor, like the RNF. Like where in KL does that take place? Like I've seen on Instagram like the actual like the
office.
Not the office. I've seen like the racing track, everything.
Oh, you're talking about like where the racing track is?
Yeah.
It's actually quite close to here. It's in Sepang International Circuit. But if talking about RNF, our office, you're gonna see that in the podcast.
I have a picture with your dad. Actually,
pull up if you can.
Yeah.
But
it's a legendary picture.
RNF is not a team anymore. It's a movement. So over here, zoom in a bit. Zoom in a little bit. I asked him today if he recognizes you. That's so funny. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really jokes. That's really jokes. That's really interesting. That's it. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
like I said, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson Friday, 9 p.m. GST, 8 p.m. EST. So make sure to go check that out too. Subscribe to Faruka TV podcast, and that's it. That's me, King Farouk, and that's Kyle.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Sure.
much.
Thank you.